You are all traveling along the road, part of a merchant's caravan. You've been either hired or convinced to come along this caravan, traveling to the town of Greenest. You're traveling with a merchant and his cart. There's no one else there. You're all hired for protection and or company for the trip, and you've been on the road for maybe 5 to 6 days. Um, the person you're traveling with is a small gnome by the name of Greco, and he's not particularly talkative, um, but he's a kind enough person, and he offers you food and drink from his wares most nights that you're traveling. Um, as you guys are reaching your sixth morning, waking up and getting ready to move on, Greco's starting to load up his cart from the night's rest, and he points to the east, and he says, "Is that smoke rising in the horizon?" And sure enough, you all look and you follow where he's pointing, and you see quite far in the distance a small pillar of smoke rising up. It seems to be, if you are familiar with the area, it seems to be about as far away as you expect the town of Greenest to be. Greco turns to you all and says, "What do you think it could mean? Maybe a warning of some sort?"
Breakfast.
Looks like trouble.
I certainly hope the tavern's still on fire.
He frowns. I hope not. Usually when there's fires, the people aren't in a particularly buying mood. He furrows his brow and loads up, says, "Well, that's where we're headed, so we might as well go and see what the smoke is." He jumps on his cart and gestures for you all to come along with. There's enough room on the cart or the horses for all of you to ride along with him. You guys push on for a little while longer. As you get further down the road, after maybe half an hour of traveling, you see that the smoke is getting thicker and getting blacker. And as you draw nearer to where you expect the town to be, you can see that it is not just a single source of smoke, but a rather large area is all leading up huge pillars of smoke into this one big collection sitting up high. Oh, that's someone DC'd and come back. There's a large collection of different fires that are all merging together to make this one large beacon of smoke. And as you crest a rise, Greco says, "It looks like the whole town is ablaze."
Damn,
Smells like
too
mischief.
late.
Anything.
Is the town hidden?
You can't see the town from where you are. You roughly know, sort of, you're quite familiar with this area. You've probably all travelled it a number of times. You know that's roughly where the town is, but it is quite a hilly bit of countryside, and Greenest is nestled in between a few rises in the terrain. So you can't quite get a good view of the town from where you are.
I suggest we leave Grito with the cart, and perhaps the ranger and some other stealthy types can go off ahead and spy out what's going on from the top of a hill or something.
Agree.
Do you suggest this to Grito?
Oh,
Suggest
yes,
he
I
should
do.
hide himself off the road.
He nods and says, "Perhaps it's not a terrible idea. That does look like a fair bit of trouble up ahead. Wouldn't want to lose any of my goods." Yes. "But do come back very quick. I don't want to be here alone when night falls. Whatever you find out, come and let me know, okay?"
Agreed.
And with that, he pulls his cart off the side of the road and finds a small thicket of trees to park it behind, so as to be out of view of the path itself. As you all start heading towards the smoke, he calls out, "Remember, don't forget I'm here!"
Thank you.
Who was that strange man?
What was that guy's name again?
Greeto.
I was joking.
All right. So you guys start walking down this road, probably keeping a brisk pace, and you finally reach a bit of a hill. And as you come over the top of it, you get your first view of the town of Greenest. And sure enough, the entire town seems to be in a state of peril. You can count easily a dozen, if not more, houses burning, flames up into the sky, pouring the smoke up into this huge pillar of smoke that's going up. The source of the fire is a bit of a mystery until you hear echoing throughout the whole valley a huge roar as a giant blue dragon soars through the smoke, blasting out big mouthfuls of bluish lightning energy. And as he does, you see it arc down and smash into the roof of the house. The pure energy behind this breath just bursting the entire thing into flames, roars again and takes off. And as it waves its wings, the smoke is billowed out. Huge gouts of smoke flying everywhere, buffeting the flames, and the house burns strongly. You can see in the middle of the town a keep also smoking up from the center. You see a number of people around the battlements of the keep that seem to be attempting to fire arrows feebly, not even getting close to where the dragon is flying above the town, before it lets out another roar, flies back through the smoke and out of sight.
My
Time
God.
to head in the other direction, I believe.
It's only a dragon. And it is a large dragon. There is no two ways about it. This dragon looks fully grown and fully angry. So standing on top of the hill, a choice awaits you. Do you step forwards to help the town in need, or do you step back to run the hell away?
Out of curiosity for Huriel, was looking into the town. Does it look like the dragon's the only thing attacking it?
Roll me a perception check.
User in your channel timed out.
Someone DC.
User entered your channel.
Welcome back.
I don't know why it keeps on dropping out every now and then. TeamSpeak.
Yeah, it's not good. All right. Have you rolled me a perception check? I think you need to drop it onto the chat rather than anywhere else,
Oh.
and they should drop it.
Right page. On the skills page, I'm grabbing the where on the right side, dropping it into the chat.
Yeah, or you can just double click the dice number, and it'll roll automatically.
I don't know if you can see those remarks that are coming up on it.
Not saying anything.
There we go.
There it is.
I
Fantastic.
grabbed right dice.
All right. So you look down towards the town, and while there is a large amount of smoke and fire, sorry, Vin, could you put it on push to talk, please? Because there's a lot of sound coming through your mic continuously.
Sure. Okay.
Thanks, buddy. So as you look down to the town, you can see a number of people running around, various groups trying to put out fires. But as you watch, you also see a few more groups of people moving towards these others that are putting out fires, and you see what looks to be fights breaking out. You can see the glint of steel and people falling from wounds in these little melees that are happening in town. Certainly looks like there's people on the ground in addition to this dragon.
So I point my sword in that direction and look to my compatriots. Shall we?
Should we set a marching order and maybe have the stealth or rangers scout ahead?
Hariel will take the lead then.
Okay, if you open your party sheet, so if you click if you go to the settings options, and then capture, you'll see a button. You can change it to push to talk, and then it'll tell you to select a key. too easy. Alright, so if you guys click in the top right of your screens, there's 3 heads with an eye next to it. If you open that, you'll see a window pop up. This is your party sheet. So if you click on the Order tab, you'll see the 6 of your tokens there, starting from the top and heading down. So the top being the person in the lead, just arrange yourself in the order you want to be marching towards this town. You don't need to worry about leaving a gap or anything. This is just who's going to be in what order as you guys press forwards.
Does it have to
Far
be a
enough
single
back.
file or a double file or what?
Oh, it's single file is fine. We're you guys can both be in the front if you want. 2 of you can go side by side. Just if you want to be in the back, put yourself at the bottom.
Yeah, I found the very bottom tar.
As far back as possible.
Funny.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so
Our druid is a bit light on hit points at the moment.
how's he looking?
He knows what a dragon is.
All right, so you're all pushing forwards to town, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Using buildings for cover or whatever we can use for cover so we can approach the town, I assume, without being seen by the
There's a
things
number
outside.
of trees, certainly on the way down to the town on either side of the path. So you can keep to the trees rather than coming straight down the road if you prefer.
Yes.
Is there a
I think
approach
that'd be good.
like covered in smoke anywhere or anything?
The town
So
itself
we
has
can
plenty
come
of smoke. Outside of the town, not so much. There's not much burning that isn't the houses inside town to provide all the smoke cover. But as I said, there's enough bushes that if you guys stay off the road, you can carry on into town pretty easily. So I'm going to share with you a map of the town of Greenest. It's a big map, so it might take a couple of seconds to load for some of you.
Got it?
Well, I've got a plan, guys. I've got fog cloud, which could keep us obscured from the dragon in the sky if we want to take anything on. Creates a cloud fog for an hour, but I've only got 2 uses of it. So if we need to engage anything, we can possibly do it in the fog, but other than that, I haven't really got much I can help with.
Does the fog travel with you?
I'm not sure, let me check.
I think it's an area you select rather than a
Yeah,
something that
a
comes
wind
off of you.
A wind disperses it if it's 10 miles per hour or more, but other than that, it stays where it is. Unfortunately. So I can only use it if we're going to engage something that may be viewable by the dragon from the sky or something to keep us hidden.
And what time of the day is it approximately?
Currently, you're probably looking early afternoon. You guys had only been traveling for a short time after seeing the smoke first thing in the morning. So it's not getting too late. Maybe mid to early afternoon.
Okay. A fog cloud might have looked a little bit sus at that time of the day.
I'm just more thinking to use it to keep us obscured from other things while we attack something else. I think our only option here is to help anybody who's fleeing escape.
I was thinking the people that were being attacked.
Ooh, let me lock your tokens there. Alright, so as you guys are approaching the edge of town, you start to hear for sure the cries of pain, the cries of panic, townspeople, and also shouting, very unhuman sounding shouting and laughing coming from the town. Whoops and cries. If any of you have come across bandits before, you'd recognize the merriment of looting playing out through the air. You haven't heard the dragon in a few minutes. You haven't heard the beat of its wings or its roar. It seems to be quiet for the time being. But as you reach the edge of town, you hear a fair bit of shouting coming from the building up ahead. I'll just focus the map on where you guys are entering town, as everyone can see themselves on the map there.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right, so
Yes.
as you guys are approaching here, just keeping off to the side, you're kind of in the bushes and the shrubbery to the side, and you see the square ahead. Without warning, 5 obvious human villagers dash out from the building immediately ahead of you, and the next one on the left. You see a man limping on one of his legs, seems to be hurt. You see 3 children following him, and behind them you see a woman carrying a shield and sort of half of a broken spear. She's pushing them forwards, telling them to move on, go quickly, as they run across the road. I'm just going to make them visible for you. Good. Here we go. You see the 5 of them bust out. The one with the the shield and spear is this one at the back, the L. All right. As they run across the square, before you even have a chance to react, you see very small reptilian creatures running behind them. You see 8 kobolds stream out of the road immediately behind them, hot on their heels. Just make those visible. And the woman turns around, hoists her shield to the ready, and you see the other humans trying to struggle across the road as the kobolds give chase.
And they don't notice us yet, right?
They are running sort of away from you at the moment, so no one's really looking towards your area, not the kobolds nor the people.
You can see what kind of weapons do the kobolds have?
You can see a few sharp knives, daggers, scimitars. A couple of them seem to have slings, and they're pelting rocks toward the woman and these children and the injured man. A few of the rocks harmlessly bouncing near them, and then you see the man get clipped by one in the shoulder and spins around and cries out in pain.
Have a mind,
Fender
Nolan.
looks around at the group and says, "We must defend the innocent."
Agree.
Agreed. I'm starting running now, straight away.
All right.
Charging.
So you guys can have a movement before rolling initiative for me.
Cool. Full movement.
Yep, just a full movement, up to your movement speed. Sorry, I've already moved to Gahariel, sorry. But the rest of you can just set the measurement for where you want to go. Some of you can go around the side if you don't prefer to go around the front. And for those of you who don't know how to roll initiative, on your character sheet on the main tab, right in the center, you'll see armor class and init, or AC and init. And if you just double click on initiative, it will automatically roll.
Now I kept that mobile feat, so does that give me 10 extra feet movement?
It certainly does. Yep. So if you were 30 before, you're 40 now. Starting strong with the 20s, eh? That's yeah. You won't hit a thing in combat now. You've
That's
wasted
exactly
it.
right. I was going to say, the waste of a crit.
Oh dear. All right. Delman, you're moving 40. Fantastic. Moving right up there as well. Okay. So as you all start running in, the kobolds don't pay you any attention. One of them looks your way, doesn't seem to react at all, and moves up to this lady with the shield and the spear. You see him attempt to stab at her. Oh, that's not good. Stab at her with the dagger, starting off the first combat roll of the game with a natural 20. And it rolls 6 points of damage. Just leaps onto this lady. She raises her shield, but it goes in underneath and stabs her. And you see her cry out, double over, and fall to the side. She is downed. Rolthus, it is your turn. Kobold's just downed the only defender.
Is this a full turn that I've got now, or is
This is
the
a completely full
reaction?
turn. This is
Okay.
everything you've got.
All right. That's as far as I can get.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Those dwarven legs, eh?
User in your channel timed out.
Oop, we lost him.
User entered your channel.
Welcome back.
Right. All right. So I've put a crossbow bolt into the first kobold.
Yep.
Oh, with max damage.
Good hit.
Oh, very nice. Oh, now these kobolds, they are still the wrong HP, so they are set with 2d6 plus 2. They should be minus 2. So he is actually dead. So that kobold goes down. They still haven't fixed that. Man, it's been months. So let me just adjust the other ones that can't actually have those HPs. No one can be higher than 10, and there's several with 12. So I'm just
And
going.
Delman looks like he's got not enough hit points too. He's only got 10.
That's right, isn't it? Max plus.
No, so with the home rule I do run with is your starting HP is your max hit dice plus your Constitution score, rather than your modifier. So you have a little bit more of a starting health pool.
Score. I see.
Yep. So you'll have
So it's
good
24.
20. Yep. Oh, 20, 22. Your D8 as a druid.
Yeah. Yep. Oops, I had that. Yep.
So you'd be 22. Fantastic. Much better. A little bit
I had
more.
obviously a bonus already on.
Alrighty. Now the kobolds continue to give chase to these villagers. You see one of them sprint up and attempt to grapple one of the children. Attempts to grab
You
it.
fiend.
And the child lashes out screaming and pushes it away, and the kobold's caught off guard and stumbles backwards. Doesn't manage to grab onto the child. That's its action. The children will move their movement through town. The limping man, seeing one of the children attempt to be taken away, moves over to the kobold and attempts to whack it with a stick. And he deals 3 points of damage. The kobold crying out in alarm as it's now dealing with a full-sized foe. More kobolds leap to the aid, still ignoring the group. So moves up. This child runs. This kobold comes around this side, ignoring the still body of the woman defender. All right, Ethan, your turn.
Okay, let's see how close I can get.
Alrighty.
Okay, apparently that's as close as I can get.
You can take the dash action if you want to go a little bit closer.
And, okay, so the L is someone who's down, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I wouldn't get disadvantage for trying to shoot through them, would I?
No, they're completely prone. They don't offer any cover.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to target that guy right next to L
Okay,
with an Eldritch Blast.
fantastic. Kobold number 10. And you automatically miss. Oh man, they start with a crit and you start with a fumble. This is going swell.
Early night.
Yep. Fender.
I'll rush forward.
All right. So another dwarf. You'll only have 25 feet of movement, unfortunately, being a dwarf.
User in your channel timed out.
So it'll be just that one square short. There you go.
User entered your channel.
Not having much luck there, Condor, at all.
You might want to try closing TeamSpeak and reloading that.
Alright, I'll shut it down and I'll bring it back up. So I'll be
Yeah,
back
give
up
that a
when
shot.
my turn starts.
No worries.
Yeah.
I'll
See
do
if
it.
helps.
I'll do a shield of
User
faith
disconnected
on
from your channel.
the lady.
All right.
Do I just drop the token onto her? Let's see.
Yep, that'll do it. All right. So what does Shield of Faith do? That does
Just AC.
bonus 2 AC, concentration 10 minutes. All right, excellent. Okay, so don't forget to cross your spell slot, and a shimmering shield of force starts to glow around this lady lying on the ground. Kobold 9 steps back in confusion, looks to you, and you hear it shout something in Draconic. Does anyone understand Draconic? I don't know if anyone does.
No.
Nope.
Don't think so.
Alright, so its meaning is unclear, but it lowers its sling, directs it at Fender, and lets loose a small rock, which flies off to the side. These things don't have the greatest aim. Kazaruk, your turn.
Alright, I think I'm going to dash into the fray, I suppose.
Alrighty. So 30 feet. And another 15 feet. Fantastic. You don't have any bonus actions to take?
No, I'll end my turn here for now.
Alrighty, excellent. The other children continue to move away. This one, however, provoking an opportunity attack by Kobold 8. Just going to attempt. And the child is much too nimble, and the Kobold cannot land a blow. Gahariel, your turn.
25 feet to here.
Alrighty.
Fire my longbow at kobold number.
Oh my goodness.
man. You're not doing...
Wow. Hopefully not an indicator of things to come.
TPK in the first encounter, eh? It's looking good. Alright. So your arrow just flies off into the distance. You hear a cat screech out somewhere off in the darkness. The rest of the kobolds, this one here seems to respond to the kobold that called out and moves down to the group here. So it moves up.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that didn't work.
User entered your channel.
Oh, wow.
Ones and 20s, eh? So Fender takes 8 points of damage as the kobold runs around the corner of the building, leaps at you with its dagger out, and lands full bodily on your chest. You're unable to block the blow in time. Take 8 points of damage. The next kobold moves up, this one to meet Kazaruk in melee combat. And it will roll with advantage. So I'll roll it again. So it just hits. And you take 3 points of damage. Kobold 18 is going to stay at the back and fire its sling at the one in the rear. Mrs. Gahariel. Linan Swift, you see her cough once and roll. She is not down. Delman, your turn. That's right.
Just waiting for that. I'm going to reach down and grab me a stalk of some grass or some kind for my spell as I move 40 feet.
Alrighty.
Then I'm going to cast Thorn Whip, and I'll try and grab that one. 30-foot range, isn't it?
Yeah.
That kobold that's at the child there, the front one, number 8.
Ah, yep, fantastic.
And hit him
The
with that.
C there is the wounded man. The children are all running off to the side, thankfully.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll get that kobold anyway if I
Yep.
can. Now I've got to remember how to do spells.
Should be, for a cantrip, should just be a button for attack
Yeah.
and button for damage.
Yeah, you roll the dice with the cast, isn't it? So
Yep.
I roll that on him.
You can drag that onto the little K there. Excellent, that's a hit.
Strike him. Cool, and it also allows me to drag something smaller than me 10 foot closer to me.
Nice. So go ahead and roll damage. 4 points of damage. Well, it dies. You go to pull it, and you just pull a chunk of its body, and the other half stays behind as this creature just falls to bits.
So
Alright.
free action, can I draw a weapon, or can I put
Certainly
a shield,
can. You can certainly.
shield, or I know I can only do one thing, but can I put a shield on as a free action, or
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just another thing to equip in your arm. So go for it.
grab the shield?
Yep.
Cool. I'll put that on, so I've got that ready, and then I'll draw my scimitar next round.
Alrighty. Make sure your AC reflects your shield if it doesn't already. And next turn will be Rolfus.
Okay, I'm going to yell to these kobolds, come to my blades. And then I'm going to move across to that one there.
Alrighty.
Hopefully smacking. Well, actually it's a warhammer, so I don't have a blade, but anyway.
Come to my blunt blades.
My blunt blades, yes. Okay, here we go. Warhammer.
Tis a
to the
fine
head.
weapon.
Oh.
Hey, and a hit.
There we go.
Fantastic.
And
That's better.
Righto. So
Getting
that's
up some
1,
momentum now. One down.
2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll end my move.
Fantastic. Alright, picking up some momentum now. The children, they are continuing to run to the houses. As the man sees the kobold get pulled apart by this thorn whip, he looks down and you see him nod once in your direction, and he hobbles off after the children, trying to herd them back to the houses, or to the other houses, I should say. This kobold is in no mood to let them escape, however, and follows after the man, attempting to cut him down as he walks. And he does. You see him leap onto the back of the man, knocking him to the ground, and lifting and stabbing his dagger down and down. The man is well down now. These children scream in terror and continue to run to the house. This kobold, with advantage, is going to attack Kazarak. Oh dear, critical hit.
Oh wow.
And deals 6 points of damage. Ethan, your turn. It's turning into a bloody melee in the middle of the streets.
Jesus. Well, I may as well join in with the melee. I'm going to use the bonus action to cast Shillelagh,
Alright, so you now have a magical weapon.
and hopefully get up close enough to actually attack something with it.
Right. Might be able to get off to the left, might be enough. That'll do it.
Awesome. Okay. And then I'll make a melee attack with it.
Alright, go for it. Easy hit. Absolutely easy hit. And you
Pained him.
cut down another kobold where it stands. The rest, seeing their friends being hacked down so easily, look of fear starts to come over them, and you see they're aware this tide is beginning to turn. Fender, your turn.
Not as
Okay,
dumb as they
I
look.
will pray to my god and let loose with a sacred flame upon the kobold.
Alrighty.
By the guy.
Kobold number 7 that's currently laying on top of the poor wounded man. And he failed his save, so go ahead and roll damage. Maximum damage, very nice. And a burst of radiant energy comes around the goblin and screams in pain, screams in agony, falls off the man and dies writhing on the ground in pain. Good way to die. Alright. Any other actions for your turn? Any movement you want to make?
Yep, I'll move now to the other kobolds.
Alrighty. Okay, moving up around, surrounding the rather fearful looking kobolds now. Right. Kobold 9 is somewhat intelligent. He starts moving away from the fight. And he lifts his sling and he directs it towards. Oops. Directs it towards too many people. Directs it towards Ethan and lets loose a rock as he's retreating. Finds its mark and deals 6 points of damage.
Motherfucker's gonna regret that shit.
Kazurak, your turn.
I realized I had polearm mastery and I didn't take my attack of opportunity on the other kobold that attacked me originally, but I'll go ahead and attack number 10 right now.
Alrighty. Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Man, you guys got to be glad we're not using fumble tables, my goodness. Alright.
And I think that will be my turn. So
Okay. Does Polar Mastery give you a bonus attack action?
I believe so.
You can attack him with the pummel of your polearm,
I'll
I
go
think.
ahead and do that. Yeah, I thought I had to hit to do that, but yeah, I can still do that. So yeah.
No, I think you just have to make the attack. So even if you miss, but as long as your main action was used to make the attack, you can do it with the hilt. Just roll a normal attack and then roll a d4. Oh, you missed anyway. Alright, the children continue to run. This one actually drops down next to the wounded man and begins to help try and pull him up. The man seemed pretty lifeless on the ground though. Gahariel, your turn. That's where you want to move?
Yes.
Alrighty. Move up there.
Fire my bow at the kobold number 9.
Alrighty. There's going to be a -2, just because you're shooting through the melee there. It's just half cover. So there's just a little -2 modifier down by the dice. If you click that first, it'll automatically do that to the roll.
That colored, it's ready to go.
Alright.
Does it
Yep.
need to
Yep.
go into the modifier box?
No, once they're just quick buttons. So once that's coloured, you can roll and it'll have the -2 on there. Alright, that still hits.
Nice.
Right. Good. Yes.
Fender, if you were a taller man, you would have been hit as you hear an arrow sail over your head, collecting Kobold 9 with a falls down to the ground, arrow embedded deep in its chest. Only 2 kobolds remain. Oh, he's not having a good time with his connection, is he? Not at all.
User entered your channel.
Alright. Do you have any more actions you wanted to take?
Nope,
Anything
that
else?
was it.
Fantastic. Kobold 18 is going to make like a tree and leaf. He continues to run to the side. And he too will use his sling. He might be low range though. What's the range on a sling? 30. Yep, so he's at disadvantage for this. He lets a rock go towards Rolthus. And he misses. And you see him scampering off into the distance. And it's going to roll. She spurts out a big gob of blood. Drags in a big deep breath. Still not quite dead, but certainly not okay. Delman, your turn.
Yeah, as I move forward, I'm going to cast Good Berries,
Okay.
and I'll
Get your
use
10
my
berries.
movement to drop one, and I'll use my. It's an action to apply a potion, isn't it?
Yep.
So same with a Good Berry.
Yeah.
So I'll apply one to the woman, and then move the rest of my movement towards the man that fell down.
Alright, fantastic. So you drop the little berry in her mouth and she slowly chews and you see her breathing start to
Yes,
calm
one hit
down.
point.
Yep, she gets 1 hit point and her wounds start to heal. And how much movement did you have left? I think you had about
I think it was 15 to there, so
another 25? So you're 40
yeah, that's
all up.
40,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yep. Fantastic. You can move over to the man on the ground as well.
Cool.
Okay, Rolthus. There is but 1 kobold remaining near you.
Yes, and I'm going to dash my 10 squares right to there. I'm going to look at him and say, "Going somewhere, my scaly friend?"
Stares at your dwarven form, holding his dagger quivering in his hands. The children take cover in the house. Cuth is going to Child Swift is going to move here. This kobold, determined to die a fantastic death, misses its last attack, looks up to the skies and lets out a feeble, squeaky roar. Ethan, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move over here.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry about that. Dealing with something. Attack the guy with my quarterstaff.
Another easy hit. And you whack him over the head, but still manages to stay standing upright.
Okay.
Not
Then
for
I'm
long, you little idiot.
then I'm going to shoot him with my Eldritch Blast.
Alright. Either of those a bonus action? You only get one action per turn.
Sorry. Say that again, please.
Either of those attacks a bonus action because you only get one main action per turn.
No. Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, so I thought that you could cast that as a bonus action. I was clearly.
If the
Wrong.
cantrip uses a bonus action, you can use it as a bonus action, but Eldritch Blast uses one action. It's its casting time. So if there's a spell or a cantrip that's casting time as one bonus action, you can do that in addition to an attack.
Okay, I see.
So if you click the little button to the right, it'll tell you the casting time. So rather than cantrips being bonus actions, each spell has its own specific casting time. Some will be action, bonus action, or reaction, and they have to fit into those slots.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
That's all right. Fender, the lizard remains alive for but a moment longer.
I pull out my warhammer and attempt to smack it on the head.
Go for it. Whilst it is still so close to death, it's alive enough to worm out of the way of your hammer as it comes crashing into the ground, just where its head was but a moment ago.
Turn.
All right, Kazarak, down to you, buddy.
Thank you for leaving it for me. I appreciate it. And I will finish this fool off.
Hey, there's the hit we needed. And you collect him. Well more than enough. And he goes down. Alright. The lady next to you is coming to now. You hear her moaning about the children. Are they safe? As the kid over here looks to Delman. Equal mixture of fear and awe in his eyes as he falls out with the kobolds. Gahariel, your turn.
I will here
Alrighty,
shot on last kobold.
go for it.
That is kobold.
Number 18. Hey, that'll do. And it's enough damage. Very nice. The last kobold goes down as Rolthus was there waiting to collect the thing. It catches an arrow and goes down with a squawk. The road is eerily quiet for a moment as Dalman, you can now give him that berry if you want to try and
Yep, I'll
save him.
use my action to give him a good berry and draw my scimitar. I'll wink
Alright.
at the young fella as indicate he should be moving towards the hut. I'll go over that way and I'll tell him, don't worry lad, Dumman's Marauders are here to save you.
Alright, you move along. The child stays next to the father, and as you put the berry in, where the woman chewed and ate the berry, this man shows no sign of life.
Oh dear, I'm dead.
His berry sits unchewed in his mouth, unswallowed, and with a moment's observation, you see that his breathing has long since stopped.
Fender will reach down and help the lady on her feet and carry her across to her children.
All right. She gets up to her feet, thanks you, and says, "I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't have helped us there." And she moves over and she collects the child that's busy crying on the man. And she says, "Come on, we have time to grieve later. Get to the house." And she scooches the child along before she meets up with the other two.
I'll pick up the dad and carry him over
All right, you bring him to the safety of the house.
to the house.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Do the rest of you join them at the house at the moment? Is anyone doing anything different right now?
Yeah, I just want to survey the area and see if we can see any enemy.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check. And Rolfus, what are you doing?
Similar, except I think I'll just quickly go into, well, when I've got time, go into that house there and have a look and see what's going on. If there are any windows on that northern wall.
Okay, you go around the back of the house. There is 2 windows that each look into to a lounge and like a dining and family area, and another one that looks into a bedroom that has a single large bed and a number of smaller bed rolls laid around the room. You see no signs of any activity inside. The whole place looks like it's been turned over, rummaged through and ransacked. And one of the back windows, the one looking into the dining area, is broken.
Okay. No signs of any more kobolds or any danger of any sort?
Not round the back of the house. Dalman, you're looking out for anything else as well.
Yeah, I only rolled an 8 though, mate.
Yeah, you can't see much around.
I see some dead ones.
You do see some dead ones. You probably even the ones you killed. Rolfus, go ahead and roll me a perception if you wanted to have a look up there, though. Look around the back.
Okay, do you put it onto the tower or just roll it?
You can do the tower. I don't need the tower for. All right. It's starting to get dim into the afternoon now. You guys' eyes are adjusting. Can't see much. There's a lot of smoke. You know how it is.
Fender will ask the lady what the heck's going on here.
She looks to you and she says, "I wish I knew. If it was just a few hours ago, there was a roar, screaming, and then lightning and fire, and then these creatures, these bastard creatures came into the town, and I've just been trying to get my kids to the keep ever since. We were trying to make a break for it, but they quickly saw us. We didn't stand much of a chance. I was lucky you showed up when you did. Thank you
We
again."
apologize about your husband deeply. We're sorry.
She shakes her head. It's okay. Like I said to the children, there'll be time for grieving later. Can't grieve if we're dead in the road ourselves.
Wait to the keep.
She nods. The keep, it's where all the guards got to. As soon as the attack started, they ran straight there. I can still hear some of the shouting coming from there through most of the afternoon and the morning. It's the safest place in town. I assume if they're still alive, it's the best chance we have to make it through this.
Cool, I'll get her to take 2 more of those good berries so she's got a bit more health, and I suggest we should escort them either to the keep or back to Geeko.
She takes the good berries and thanks you gratefully for them. And she does seem somewhat better on her feet after eating them.
Yes, let's take her to the tower, to the keep.
She nods and says, "If only if it's not going to put you in too much danger. Don't Don't want to cost you your lives just for us. We're not worth it. She sort of
Of
huddles her
course you
kids
are.
around her.
Every life is worth saving.
She nods.
Some of the kobolds.
Then I thank you for your generosity. We cannot move fast. They're only small children. But
Is there a cellar in this cottage? Maybe they
And-
can hole up in?
in this little house, this is more of a hay house or like a hay shed. There's not a cellar. It's more of the storage house itself. It's got a couple of racks on the other side of the door for a beam to be put across to bar the door, but whether it's safe or not it's up to you to decide.
It'll be safer in the keep, I think.
Yeah, I was just thinking of getting them there, that's the problem.
Should we maybe stick around this river to the east of us, to maybe along the forest line? Maybe it's safer going to the keep.
Is anybody else seriously injured? I've got 6 more good berries here. If anybody's worrying.
Just about a flesh wound.
Now,
Took quite a bit of damage.
as you guys are discussing, I think someone took 8 or 9 damage. Yep, Fender took 8 and Kazarak took 9. As you guys are discussing plans for pushing on forwards, there begins to be the sound of wooden drums, just sticks being beaten on logs coming down from the path directly to your north. And the lady says, "It sounds like more of them. Quick, hide! They're coming down that path." And Fender and Dowman, you can see a few figures just through those trees up ahead.
Rolfus's aim will be to, when he can, is to get into those trees stealthily and see what's making that drumming noise.
All right, roll me a stealth check in the tower, please.
Coming your way.
The lady and the 4 children duck inside the house. His body's outside. All right. Now your arm is a bit creaky and a bit clangy, but you managed to go slow enough that you feel like you're being pretty well hidden, and you can get a good view of the path as you see a large group of kobolds, but also a few humans walking with them. These humans are wearing long black and purple robes, not like any villagers you've ever seen before, and each one of them is wearing a hood up, and what you can see of their face is masked by black, rather gruesome looking masks. There's about 12 all in all, with all the kobolds and these strange humanoid looking people.
So they're coming down the road between the 2 trees, are they?
They certainly are coming down this way.
Hide in time.
I think we should ambush them, but definitely give the good berries to Fender and Ethan since they have less health.
Yeah, who needs most? I'll give 4 to whoever needs the most and 2 to the other.
I don't need as much. I'll take the 2. Thanks.
Okay. And then 4 to whoever the other one is.
Quasarok.
Hazelwood.
User in your channel timed out.
All right,
How
I'm out
much
of good
HP
berries.
are they each?
1 each.
1 each, mate. They're only worth 1 hit point, unfortunately.
Hey,
I've got
it's
another cast of that.
10 hit points from a single spell, so that's not bad. Okay, so what's the group going to do as this group of people comes down through the trees?
What?
Ariel will move into the tree line here.
Alrighty. You going to hide in the trees?
Yeah, he's gonna use his wild elf, wood elf ability to blend into the woods.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty.
And I want to make sure I'm clear. His favorite enemy, I'm choosing. Wait, if I'm reading the on here correctly, I don't know how to.
Choose dragon.
So, does this automatically add the +2 bonus, or will I just need to mark that each
You'll
time?
just need to do that on those creatures. You can set up an effect for if type, but I haven't done that
Okay, no problem.
before this. So you just might need to remember. But you can select the enemy only once. So if you can change it once. The pre-made had beasts there, but you can change that. If you choose humanoid, you can choose 2 types of humanoid. Otherwise, it's a single type.
Okay, so the pregen is beast. I didn't
Yep.
realize it had so many categories under beast. Okay. All right. Well, I'll just play the pregen then.
Okay. All right. Kezrak also moves
Finn's
to the
gonna move.
trees.
Finn's going to move down by that building there.
Okay. Delman and
I'll do a
Ethan.
I'll do a stealth check there.
Yep, I'll get a stealth check from everyone that hasn't given me one already. So, Rolthus, you've given me one. Need one with advantage from Gahariel, one from Kezaruk, one from Fender, and Delman, you're going into the trees as well?
Yeah, I'll try and come around behind them.
Cool. I'll get a stealth check from you as well. And Ethan, what are you doing? Fender, roll into the tower. So there's a little tower on the right-hand side. If you drag the dice onto that, it'll roll it where
Yep,
only I can see
okay.
the result. Awesome.
If you right click on it, you can unlock it with the lock there and move it to wherever you want it.
Oh, cool, thanks.
Alrighty,
Put
fantastic.
it way over there.
Okay, so you all hide. Except for Ethan. Ethan, you decided what you're doing yet? Is he gone?
You on mute?
Ethan.
Del Condo.
User entered your channel.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, I just
On
had to
mute
step
there,
away
wasn't
from
it?
the keyboard for a sec.
Ah, no worries. Looks like Ethan's maybe gone. Disconnected from Fantasy Grounds.
Sorry about that. My internet went out.
Oh, right. Oh, you're
I'm
back.
good.
Oh, it was you coming back. Alright, are you wanting to hide with the rest of the group, or are you wanting to stay in the centre of town?
You might not hear. We've got 12 things coming down the road towards us, so we're all heading off into the trees.
While he waits for his internet to get sorted, I'll just move it with the group. It's easiest. Alright. So this group of creatures comes down the path. It's a large group of them. And they're whooping and yelling. And as they get closer to these houses down here, the kobolds start heading off to each of these buildings. These ones are each holding a torch. And they come across.
And we intercept them before they get.
Yeah, I would be
was hoping
intercepting
that
them
we
before
would.
they got that far.
Alright, fantastic. Alright. So we'll just move them to the edge of the trees.
Obviously, we passed.
Okay, so they get to about here. And you can see that about 4 of the kobolds each have torches. And the cultists that you can now see are definitely cultists. The robes and the masks weren't a giveaway. They are merely walking along, and you see a couple of them pointing at each of the houses, directing the kobolds off. Now, you're going to attempt an ambush here, or you're going to wait for them to move up a little further?
No, what I'm going to do, because I can see them through the trees.
Yes, you can all see them pretty clearly from where you are.
I'm going to use my fog cloud on them there. I'll put it at the front of the party so it covers the first half of them and hopefully splits them up.
Fantastic. What's the area of effect?
I'm just trying to find the spell again. Let's see. What's going on here?
Will we have a surprise round for a movement or an action?
You certainly will.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh, Alcondra is gone again.
Ah, I see.
User entered your channel.
Jason.
Okay, fog cloud, it's 120 foot range, it's a 20-foot radius spear fog centered on a point within range.
Nice.
Spreads around corners, heavily obscured, lasts the duration or until wind thins. Yeah, basically over a bit further back. Over most of them, I'll leave the back three out of it.
About there?
Yep, and hopefully we'll
Fantastic.
split them up so they will go different ways and we can ambush them.
Alright.
That's the plan.
Okay, so I'll consider that you guys can all roll initiative, but you will start this surprise round as the fog cloud is cast.
Jeez.
Question: the ranger's abilities get advantage on.
Sorry, what was that? You cut out there.
favorite enemy, which would be the cultist in this case.
Your favorite enemy you're keeping is Beast, yeah?
Yeah, but that includes humanoids in here on the list.
No, that list is all of your options.
Oh, gotcha.
Beasts is one of them.
What is a beast? Normal
Like animals? Yeah, basically just animals.
Okay, well, I didn't realize that. I really do want to keep it as humanoids. I was thinking that these were all on the same list.
Okay, so if you're choosing humanoids, you can choose two types. So you can choose, for example, human and orc, or human and goblin, or very human and kobold if you want to be very specific to this situation. But remember, you cannot change it at a later time.
Sure, okay. Let's go with humans and kobolds.
Fantastic. All right.
Then when I'm rolling my initiative, what do I do for that? Or
No, not to initiative, just to the damage roll. So when you roll damage, just click the +2 before you roll the dice, and it'll do the 2 extra damage. All right. So he's dead as well. Okay. So for the surprise round, we'll start with Gahariel. You start with your fog cloud. No, you're the ranger, not the druid. Yep. So we'll consider that the fog cloud goes up, and then it's the surprise round. So you'll get a sneaky extra action there, Delman. You'll be okay. Gahariel, the fog cloud begins to burst out from this point in amongst them. There's cries of alarm and confusion, and
I'm going to fire my bow at cultist one in the back there.
All right, fantastic. He's not obscured by the fog.
Great.
And it's a hit. So now just hit the little +2, and then roll the damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Even on minimum damage. And the shouts of confusion and them yelling about, there's one particular, as one of the cultists catches an arrow. It is now Kezarik's turn.
Sorry about that. 1 second.
That's all right.
So it's only obscuring for the humans and the kobolds, right? I can still see.
It is obscured for all looking in or through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So
I
you
will,
can pick off cultist 15 is not in it. The rest will be a -5 to any attack.
I'll go ahead and move here then,
Alrighty.
and throw a javelin at cultist 15.
Fantastic. Make the attack. And it connects. dealing 8 points of damage. He cries out in pain. In the trees! He yells out as he doesn't quite go down with this javelin sticking out of his chest. Okay. Delman, your turn.
Cool. I'm going to go with my Fawn Whip again. I'm just going to charge in my scimitar, and I'll just go in. It's -5 to hit inside the fog, isn't it?
Yeah. If you're in melee range, I'll just consider it a -2 because it's kind of easy to.
There's only enemies in there, so I'm just going to go in and hit whatever is.
Whatever's closest. All right, Finn.
Yep, and then I'll just try and work my way out once I finish.
Go for it. And you miss.
And I get an attack of opportunity as I come back out.
Yeah. No, because they don't get to act on this turn. They're on a surprise round, so they won't get an attack. They won't get an action this turn at all.
And I'll just be back into the trees over.
Alrighty.
Oh, I think the one that I attack in melee doesn't get an attack of opportunity on me anyway, even if I miss.
Oh, very good.
Mobile.
Ah, yes, of course. Even if you miss, you get it. Excellent.
As I attack.
Okay, Fender, your turn.
All right.
You're down with the.
Dwarf runs, does a dash
Your
action,
channel was edited.
Ooh.
and will run over to. How do you
Alright.
make it move?
Sorry, I have to accept it. There you go. Yep.
I will let loose with a battle cry. Come here, you scoundrels! We'll deal with you. I'll deal with you.
Go ahead and roll me an intimidation. See if your cry has any effect on those confused in the fog.
Into the tower again?
Nope, it can be out in the open. That's fine.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh, I'm intimidated.
All right. You hear a few cries of panic. What's out there? They shout. Shut up! Keep in line. Seems
It's
to
an army.
Okay, Rolthus, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to join that battle cry. The dwarves have come to take you all out. Taste the metal of my blade now. So that should be enough to get to there. Now I'm going to be at disadvantage, but I'm going to attack one of those cultists.
Alrighty. You won't be able to get that far. You've only got 25 movement, so you can get to somewhere on this side.
We're using the what do they call that? Because that's only 5 squares, even though it says 35. It's still only 5 squares.
Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. It'll be on the 10-foot second diagonal. Hang on. That should do it. There we go. That's better. Okay.
Right. Okay. So I don't know. Doesn't matter. They're both the same. It's -5, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's, in melee, it's only a -2.
-2. So
Yeah.
let's make that -2. And Warhammer. Probably not good. Oh, it is a hit.
Very nice.
That's surprising. All right. Cop that. And that.
Hey, great.
Very good. All right.
He's not happy.
That was the cultist that was rather stricken with fear at the front of the group, and his fears have been confirmed as a dwarf leaps out of the fog, smashing him down with a warhammer. He cries out in pain and alarm, and the same cries echo throughout the group. They're attacking from all sides. It is now Ethan's turn.
Okay. I'm curious about something.
Shoot.
If I move up there, can I use can I cast Burning Hands on it on most of them without hitting Rolthus there? Also, would I have to maybe like? Oh, okay, cool.
Now, you have very luckily got the wrong cone for this current version of FG. It's only fixed in the next release, which is coming out after FGCon. So thankfully, is it a 15-foot or a 20-foot for Burning Hands?
15.
15. Okay, so you'll probably get all but the last 3. Let me just resize that to 15.
What if
So you
I
get 3.
move
You'd
up?
get 7. If you've moved up more, you could probably get more.
Yeah, let's move up another square. That works for me.
Yeah. Go for that. So that's all bar the front 2 cultists, one of which is nearly dead anyway.
Okay. So got them all targeted. Sorry, this is taking so long.
Very nice.
Nice. Bernie, Bernie,
Man,
Bernie.
only 3 made their save. The rest of them
Awesome.
disintegrate.
I think that might affect the fog cloud too, wouldn't it?
I would say that would count as a decent bit of heat and wind. It would
draw it up,
yeah, it would start to disperse around now, so it's not going to be heavily obscured from the next round.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh.
Okay, it should still be up from before, shouldn't it? It lasts quite a while.
I don't know. It
Oh,
lasts
it's a minute,
so I
yeah.
don't know how long we spend.
That's fine. Yep, you cast it again. It's a cantrip anyway. It doesn't cost you anything to cast again. So, yep, you cast it again. The kobold's now sort of aware of what's going on. This one screeches out something in Draconic and attempts to fly off up the road. Children do nothing. Harry, your turn. You can see them starting to flee as their numbers have been severely cut down.
I just have to comment. I was riled by that, the mechanics of how that all worked out. Casting that spell like that, not having to roll all the dice and figure out, saves and all that. That was really cool.
That's
Sorry,
fine.
I'm dazzled by that. Wonderful. This is awesome.
It
That's why
really
we're all
is.
here.
Yep.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at this. Yeah, this cultist here.
Alrighty.
What is my negative modifier?
It's starting to disperse now, so it'll just be a -2 from outside of the circle, and it will be no negative for melee.
And that. So I guess that would be
User
offset
in your
by
channel
the
timed out.
favored enemy, right? If I'm shooting at the cultist.
The favored enemy doesn't give you a bonus to the attack, only to the damage.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So you'll still have the -2, but when you have the damage roll, you'll get that increase of 2.
User entered your channel.
It's still enough to hit. Alright, so hit that little +2 and then roll your damage. Should be enough to pick him off. Oh, just shy. You see him rear back in pain, arrow sunk deep into his shoulder, crying out, "Flee! Everybody! Flee!" And he takes the disengage action as his action, and he begins to hobble on up the road. Kobold 30, not quite smart enough to really understand what's going on. Attempts to attack Ethan next to him and manages to slash at him with his dagger for 5 points of damage, which your Warlock Dark One's Blessing, I think, absorbs it. And Kazarok, your turn.
I guess I'll go ahead and chase these guys down.
Yep.
Here. And
Okay.
I'll make an attack on the winged kobold.
Yep. He's only floating a couple of feet off the ground right now. He's just focusing on getting away. You hit. And with your halberd, you hack him out of the sky. Goes down with a shriek as a winged mess hits the ground. Poof.
And then I'll turn my blunt end on this cultist right here.
Alright.
And I'll miss.
He dodges out of the way. Alright, Dalman, your turn.
Yep, I'll use Thorn Whip and I'll move up to 30 feet and I'll try and get that cultist he just missed so he doesn't get away.
Alrighty.
And we're there, I think.
Cool. You move up. Definitely enough to hit.
Nice.
You collect him, roll damage. If he survives, which he doesn't, you tear him apart with your Thorn Whip again. You pull his legs back, his top half stays there.
Yep, that's the way.
Alrighty.
Give it a little flick too and get him dancing. And other than that, I'll just move to cut any of them off up the road.
Alright, but in a blocking position. Okay. Cultist 16 sees you, moves up next to you, and attempts to attack you to make his escape.
Oh, that wasn't the plan.
And he deals 6 points of damage.
Yep.
He shouts, "Let me leave!" and moves up this way, provoking an opportunity attack from you.
Cool. I'll whip out my scimitar of doom and have at it.
Alrighty.
Is he within reach of my halberd also?
Is that a reach weapon, halberd? Gives you...
Yes,
Oh, yep.
I'm in it.
Yep, he will be.
Yep, and I guess I'll take an attack of opportunity on him also.
Alright. Do you get opportunity if he's moving in? Ah, yes, that's Polar Master, that's right. Alright.
Oh, it's not.
He is getting out of there. Okay. And it is now Fender's turn.
Alright. I shall move forward.
Alrighty.
I shall drop it on this cultist.
And you miss with your Warhammer.
Bloody Warhammer.
There's still a little bit of fog in the way of you. You're trying to wave it out of the way and miss the cultist. The attack.
Let's just knock this one out, shall we?
Alright. Rolfus, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to try and take this cultist out. I think we could probably try and keep the kobold alive. We might be able to intimidate him for some information, but the cultists are probably fanatics. So I'm just going to whack him.
Sounds good.
I can't speak kobold.
Oh, look at that. Ooh,
Whack.
sorry, these guys can't be wearing any armour.
And he goes down. Skull caved in by the collection of war. He dodges one Warhammer and gets clobbered by the other and goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Okay, I'll move over here and I say, you see what we've done to your friends? Do you think you might want to live?
Kobold just stares at you, murder in his eyes, dagger held in his hand, and he just hisses and doesn't offer a response.
Oh, have it your own way then.
Okay, Ethan's
I told you
turn.
I couldn't speak the same lingo.
Is Ethan back yet, or has we lost him again?
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, fantastic. That's right. It's your turn.
Okay.
It'll be Gahariel next if the two are still alive.
Are we leaving this guy alive, or are we killing him?
Up to you, I guess.
I don't really care either way. He's kind of in my face. Already took a swing at me, so he's going down.
All right. And he goes down.
Catch your guy, Quazarak.
Yeah, I'll think about grappling him on my turn.
Gahariel, your turn. There's one cultist left. The fog is completely dissipated by this point, so you can see clearly the single cultist that is trying to run away.
They're there. And out of curiosity, can I delay my standard to shoot him, waiting to see if Kazrik is able to bring him down?
Yeah, certainly can.
Okay. All right. Fails, then I'll shoot.
Okay. So, Kezarak, your turn. It's all riding on you, buddy.
I'll dash at him and I'll try to tackle him to the ground with a grapple.
All right. Roll a athletics check, please.
In the tower, or
No, just roll it out loud. It's fine. Or out in the chat. Out
Yeah.
loud.
Smash.
Oh, he is not gonna. No, natural one. He does not put up a fight as you bowl him over. You grapple him and slam him to the ground. He lets out a oof, and
pick him up by the hood and I bring him back to our compadres.
he says, "Please let me go. You don't understand. Let me go."
I suggest we move into the trees so we're out of the line of sight of the paths and that, in case more of them come.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'll take up a watch point up here to up the road to see.
All right. Could I get you to roll me a perception in the tower, and everyone else is
Yes.
moving into the trees? Could I? Ah, you guys don't need to roll stealth. It's fine. Okay. So you move into
I'll
the
stay
trees.
towards the edge and keep an eye down the other way.
Alrighty. And I'll get a perception from you as well, please. Both of those in the tower, please.
I'll move up next to the cultist as well.
Okay. So with the two of you on watch, the other four of you stand over the cultist. We are going to be halfway through our session right now, so we're going to go take a 15 minutes eat, drink, toilet, do whatever the hell you need to break, and then when we come back, we'll have the second half of the session. So we'll be back in a quarter to the hour. the game. So you guys are currently hiding out in the bushes, having just captured a cultist that is the only remaining survivor of a large group that was making their way down the path there. That's between you and the keep. He's still alive, though only just, and still conscious right now. You've got Gahariel and Delman both keeping watch. And what are you doing right now? What are you doing with this cultist?
Right, cultist. Tell me what the heck's going on here.
He looks at you and says, I don't need to tell you, you can see for yourself. We're taking what we want. You can't stop us.
Look, my friend Rolfus here. He'll hit you over the head as soon as look at you if you don't tell us more detail.
Go ahead and roll me an intimidation.
I've got a skill with intimidation as well. Can I help him with that?
Certainly can. Go ahead and roll as well.
Just roll it, or
Yeah, just roll intimidation. It's fine. Fender's not so scary, but the cultist sort of grins at him and then looks down at you, glaring with your warhammer in your one hand, blood still dripping off it with the skulls of the smashed-in cultists. His smile sort of drops. I can't tell you anything. It would be as good as killing me. So you might as well get it over with. He closes his eyes and looks up.
Well, before you die, because you're going to die, what's between us and the keep ahead?
He opens his eyes, looks at you and says, only the finest warriors serving the Great Mother. She will return.
My mum's nowhere around here. What are you on about?
He spits. Your mother. You sicken me to say such words. Tiamat, the mother of dragons. You'll never, ever see the light of day when she is brought back.
How many of you
I
are
have
there?
a mood to just whack him over the head with the hammer.
Yes, it's
We
a
could
good
just knock him
dwarven
out. We don't
move.
have to kill him.
That's a good plan. Knock him out.
All right. Do I need to roll?
No, not at all. You clonk him over the head. He's lying on the ground, completely defenseless.
Okay, well, he's completely unconscious now.
Yeah.
What if we?
Doof.
I'm sorry. What if we took some of these cultist robes and wore them ourselves?
They're human, aren't they?
No.
Cultists are, yep.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's right. I'm human. I
They
can
are
be
robes, so
my prisoners.
they're not legs that you need to fit into as dwarves. You can sort of hitch them up and try and fit into them.
It's a bit tight across the chest.
The extra width keeps the bottoms of the robes from touching the ground as much anyway. So.
Oh, well, we've got enough to do that. We could try that one.
All right, let's drag these bodies into the bush and strip them of their cloaks.
All right, so you move all the kobolds and cultists off the road and into the bush, and while there is a fair bit of blood smearing quite a bit of the clothes, there's enough to cover the six of you in cultist robes. And you pull off all the clothing and chuck it over your armor and over your own gears. It looks a bit iffy, but certainly passable. And the light of day is quickly passing, so from a distance you would be almost passable. Are all six of you dressing, or only some of you?
I will.
I've got disguise kit in the background. Can I use that to give us a bit better bonus with it?
Sure. You want to do some convincing.
Disguising.
All right.
Take some
Make it a bit
cultist makeup,
more,
please.
Cultist makeup,
bit more.
heavy eyeshadow, and I don't know, black eyeliner. I guess.
Oh, just use a skill to.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and make me a. I don't know what skill they would use. Intelligence, I guess. Or charisma. No, make me a charisma check. With and add your proficiency to it. That'll be your disguise kit.
Yes, that's not fun. Okay, proficiency, that's plus 2 in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So you pop out your disguise kit and you start patching up holes on the suits that give away that they're damaged, and cleaning off as much of the blood as you can, and getting some makeup to go under the masks to make it look on the whole a bit more convincing. You're pretty pleased with the results once you're finished.
Masterwork. I need as a portrait painter.
I wonder if Fender and I might be better served, or serve better, if we were acting as prisoners without putting on the garb.
Could do.
Yeah. We could.
How many human size we got?
You've got 6 human-sized robes to put on.
I mean human size of us.
I think there's just two dwarves and a wood elf's kind of tiny, very like a slight human.
We could probably put some on some of their little.
Yeah, we could retrieve the woman and the children from the thing, and she could wear one of them as well, I suppose. If we're going to head them up to the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking a similar sort of thing. Collect the ladies and the children, and use the cultist robes to get us closer to the keep.
All right.
As long as they don't torture us with arrows.
Yeah, see a group of cultists arriving at the keep. Sure, come on in. Okay, so you get the lady up, and she nods and says, "This isn't a terrible idea." She dons the clothing and puts one around one of the kids, the largest child, but it looks a bit silly, a bit ridiculous. She looks to you and she says, "Perhaps the children could play prisoner as well." But
A bit Harry Potterish, I guess.
yeah, she says, I worry that if things go wrong, though, the kids will be right in the thick of things.
If we're attacked, you head back to the trees, or to as safe a place as you can, or the castle. Don't worry about us.
She nods and
The
says,
kids
"All
could
right."
hide behind the 2 dwarves were a bit wide.
Like walking shields. All right, she nods and says, then this is a plan I'm okay to try. So you all want to head up towards the keep?
Yep, we'll move through the
Yep.
trees as far as we can, and then out onto the road would be best, I think.
Okay.
It's a plan.
So, just one person just draw an arrow where the group is wanting to path. So just path one of your characters which way you want to travel towards this keep.
Come out just up at the edge of the bush there.
Okay. And then to cross that river. All right.
Well, that'll be where the ford is, isn't it?
Yep.
While we're moving, can we do perception checks can we hear any other fighting around, or see any other creatures, or
Yep, you can roll me a perception as you break the tree line.
peasants?
As you break this tree line, just coming out of the bushes before you get to this town. You hear the sounds of wood breaking and shouting coming from the houses up ahead and to the left. So coming from this direction somewhere.
What do you want to do? Do you want to keep going as we are and maybe let them break for the castle and we block their retreat?
I like that idea.
So when we get up to that intersection, or what we could do is even move behind those buildings through that way before we actually see what's down the thing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, through those buildings is a good idea.
Okay, so you're wanting to go that way?
Yep, that's the one.
All right, fantastic. So you guys continue up the road, keeping quiet but looking purposeful as you move up. You see no sign of any people in these houses. The doors are all smashed open. You see belongings thrown out into hallways and out into the roads at the front. These look heavily ransacked. And as you get up to here, you catch a glimpse around the side of this building. You catch a glimpse of some cultists standing around the road there with some kobolds. They seem focused on something down that road, but there is a large number of them.
Can I do a perception check up for the castle? Are there guards on the battlements, or?
You can take a look up. You don't need to roll perception. You can see 3 guards along the top wall, each of them armed with a crossbow, looking down at the path below.
Okay, you know what I want to do? I remind the woman to drop her dragon's robe before she heads up to the castle. But I think we should start sending them that way and around the back of that thing, and we come down through the thing and ambush them from behind.
How clear is it between us and the castle? Is it a
You can't
safe
see
trip?
anything on the road or to either side of it between here and the castle. You see a few bodies with crossbow bolts and arrows sticking out of them. The bodies of a few guards also laying outside the walls. No, or seemingly no, living people.
Before
All
we
right,
send
kiddies
them
and
off,
lady, dash for it then.
before we send them off, can we just check up north? Is it north?
Up that way?
To the other side of the castle. The other side of the building where we're sending them.
Oh, just here?
Yeah, up in that area.
Yep.
Just make sure there's actually nothing up in here before we go sending them straight up to the castle.
That's all open area as well. You can see that it's clear as well. There's only a few bodies laying in the ground there.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we see any guards, bow-armed guards up on the battlements?
Yep. So there was three guards with crossbows along this top wall here, looking down at the path.
What if we, as in the party, two prisoners and we got 4 disguised cultists, go up to the intersection while the civilians run for the castle, and we say escapees. The rest of them come running up to try and stop them, and at that point we ambush them. And if we can get close enough to the battlements, maybe the guys on the battlements can help us with their arrows.
Yeah,
Good plan.
that's brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, that is a
I
brilliant
like that plan.
Ah, very good, sir.
Okay. So you don't want the lady and the children running up to the battlements just yet?
Not until they're taken off their disguise for sure.
Yep. Okay, so the kids aren't wearing the robes, but the lady, she takes off the robes and she looks to you and says, just tell me when to go. And she starts talking to the kids, saying, all right, you need to be ready to run as soon as we say.
User in your channel timed out.
Oop, lost someone.
I think they go as soon as we hit the intersection so they can see them.
Okay. So the rest of you move up. Is everyone moving up, or are some of you staying out of sight?
No, we're all moving up.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll all move up.
Because we'll
User
push
in
the
your channel timed out.
dwarves in front of us and pointing and yelling that we've got escapees and to capture them. And then they can be out in front of us so they can swing with their weapons.
So the 2
We
dwarves
will hand them from behind.
like that, and you guys coming up behind, and then you want to head towards the keep with the dwarves in front of you. Is that what you mean?
No, the dwarves, we're going to head down towards the cultists.
Okay, gotcha.
So we'll keep the dwarves in front of us that way, so that when they'll pass the dwarves before they hit us. So hopefully they'll get a surprise attack on them before anything else happens.
Okay, you happy with that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, TeamSpeak
Yep.
decided that I didn't need to hear what the woman said, so I missed all of that. Sorry.
That's right.
Don't need to repeat it.
So,
She's going to be running for the thing now.
yeah. So you signal for the women and children to run up to the keep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they start running up, and the woman starts shouting up to the guards, "Please, please, don't fire! Don't fire! We're civilians coming in!" And the guards see that there is a number of children there, and they point their crossbows down, but see them down there, and they shout down, "Quick! We can only open the gates this once! Come inside, quickly!" And the gates begin to creak open.
Wow, pretty useless gates. We can only open them once.
Alright. So, you guys are here in the intersection. The kobolds and cultists still haven't noticed you right now. What are you doing? He's shouting down to them?
Yep, because we want to try and get them to chase the escapees that we're going to heading for the castle.
Ooh.
Or keep.
Okay, so you shout it out, instantly getting their attention. The cultists turn and they hear you shouting, "Escapees! Escapees!" And one of them turns to the kobold, shouts something out in Draconic. The kobolds all start scampering towards you guys.
So get in melee range, we let rip.
I think we need to move a little bit closer to the keep. Maybe lead them on.
Well, actually, we'll do that if you guys want to. Leaves you guys in between the two of them, though. So say you could attack them from behind, but they might cut you down.
Okay, so the
No,
kobolds.
down, they think we're cultists.
The kobolds move up. They see the two dwarves who aren't currently dressed as cultists, correct?
That's right, yep. Hidden weapon.
Correct.
Okay. Alright. And are you guys moving any at all? Are you staying right where you are until they get in close?
I'm just going to move out of their way, head down like I'm, forlorn and a prisoner, to let them get past.
Okay.
Okay. I get the idea now of the plan. Gotcha.
Like we're
User in your channel timed out.
intercepting the other ones or chasing the other ones, but we'll
Okay.
only go so far and then let them get in between us.
Should I do like a 15-foot movement or something to
Draw.
keep up appearances? Okay.
Some of those.
All right. The six kobolds run on through the gap. Get to about there,
Surprise.
and the cultists at the back shout up, "Are you going to get after them?" And then the kobolds, I assume, spring your trap.
Yep. Do they have ranged weapons, the kobolds?
Yes, they do have slings.
Okay, well they have to be brought down before they can fire at the civilians.
Indeed.
Okay, and on that, the civilians are getting close to the gate now, which is open. All right, go ahead and roll initiative, and you have a surprise round for these kobolds. Okay.
I'm so damn quick.
Just need a roll from Gahariel and
Oh, I thought you went in there.
I don't think so.
Oh, I see why. It's not cool.
There we go. Not quite as good as the 20 you had before. All right, Rolfus.
Ooh, first up, am I?
Yep, the highest with a 12.
That's pretty sad. Okay, let's have a look. I'll whack the one at the back, I think. That's Kobold 1. I'll try and whack him anyway.
All right.
And,
Yep.
Can't be wearing armor either. Okay. Ugh.
So your hands come apart from these fake bonds you've been pretending to have, and you swing the warhammer out, collecting the kobold. And
Yeah.
very good.
Well, he's been given a hit, but not much of a hit.
Yeah, a little bit, not a huge amount. Okay,
Oh, right.
and we go to Kezaruk now. Oh, I
notice
think,
he hasn't rolled an initiative.
yeah, I think he DC'd again. Quite possibly. Psychological, yeah, he DC'd a couple of minutes ago and hasn't come back. Alright, so I will just do his roll for him. Just do a basic attack. What is it? He uses his halberd, so he will attack the closest kobold. And hit and deal 4 points of damage. And then he'll do his blunt end attack. Hit and deal another 4 points of damage. Takes the kobold down. Okay. It's now Gahariel's turn.
Okay, 5 feet in the air.
Alrighty.
Fire my bow on. Navigate all these screens. Alright, so here we go.
And a hit. And another kobold goes down. Alrighty. Delman, your turn.
Cool. I'm just going to move up and take the one right in front of me.
Okay.
Why didn't that work?
Oh no.
Damn. Damn.
And a miss. Step forward. Some of the kobolds are quicker than the others. He dodges out of the way of your attack. Bonus action attack? Nothing?
I don't think there's anything else. You can't cast a cantrip as well, can you?
No, you can if it's a bonus action cantrip.
No, I don't think there's a... No. Oh, hang on. What's that?
I think you have Shillelagh. You can always make your weapon
No,
magic.
he hasn't got that.
Oh, stink.
Where is it? Can't find the spell. Oh, clicking the wrong button. No, that's an action as well. Can't even give guidance to anybody. Nope, that's me.
Alright, fantastic. Ethan, your turn.
Alrighty, I'm gonna target the guy who's closest to me.
Yep.
Excuse me.
And you kill him. Instant death.
Awesome. And move there to have a better position on the other guys, and then end my turn.
Okay. Alright. Linan is running to the keep. She rushes her children inside. And I'm just going to remove them from the tracker, because that's less things to worry about. They are within the walls. Okay. Kobold 25. The kobolds shriek out, crying out in Draconic. You can't understand it, but it's probably, it's a trap, it's a trap! As the winged kobold moves to the dwarf. And attempts to...
Is that one a bit fishy face looking?
A little bit. Oh, he misses. Oh no, he should have advantage because you're next to the other ones. He still misses. The cultist at the back
Well,
Oops,
I
sorry.
thought they were all surprised, those kobolds.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's a good point. I don't know why I was giving him his turn. My mistake. Fender, your turn. Top of the next round.
Right.
My goodness,
Here we go then.
he was quick.
Fender steps in, drawing his warhammer.
Yeah. Oh, that kobold missed his next two attacks anyway. His next attack. Easy hit. Don't think 22 is quite a low enough for him to miss. And he goes
Ooh.
down.
Max damage too.
Oh,
Take that, you.
kobolds are jumping
little
like
lizard.
flies.
It's my turn.
It's 10. Okay. Now the winged, this kobold here is going to make an attack on Fender. He hits and deals 7 points of damage with his dagger. And then he's going to attempt to fly away.
Ooh, fly away. Is it that
Opportunity attack. Yep, from both Ethan, Rolthus, and Fender. Each get an opportunity attack on the winged kobold.
Excellent.
Alright.
Oh, you miss. You miss. And the last one is a hit. The other two swing and can't quite catch it, but your warhammer leaps up from the ground. Connect him for 8 points of damage. Shrieks as it shatters his legs, but he flutters off, dipping and diving, but still managing to get away. The cultists at the back shout out, "What do you think you're doing?" And begin to run towards you. This one runs up. This one
I
too.
explained to them that those were actually really bad kobolds and we were just culling good.
Alright, Rolthus' turn.
Okay, now that flying kobold's in the air, isn't it?
Oh, he's like 5 foot off the ground. If you're within 5 feet of him, you can hit him.
I was just thinking of shooting him with the crossbow.
Yep, gotcha. He will still be so with fly because he's not hover. They start and end their movement on the ground,
Oh, he's okay. So he's on
Yeah.
the ground. All right.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll just go.
or like
here
at ground level.
and attack kobold 25.
Okay.
Right. Last of your mates. The other one is just blown away. So put you out of your misery.
He bares his teeth at you as he dies.
Take a warhammer to the skull.
Yep. He bares his teeth because that's the bit of his face that is left as he caved the rest of his skull in.
So that's what was that? One to get there. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, and you charge in to face these cultists head on.
Mhm.
What the cultists are bearing for weapons.
The cultists, they appear to be carrying short swords and scimitars. You don't see any ranged weapons amongst any of them. Alright, Kazarek, your turn. Kazarek's still not back, by the looks. Okay. Kazarek sits down, puts his back against the wall of the building and says, It's too much killing. And that is his turn. He can come back when he comes back. You've lost him, man, you've lost him. Cultist 16, where is he? He's the one you left unconscious in the forest. No wonder he's not up here. Okay, Cultist 6. He runs up here. Scimitar held high, and he runs straight at Rolthus. Attempts to hack at you, but can't get past your defenses. The next one runs up and then dashes up to here. And this one here does the same. dashes. Gahariel, your turn. Cultists are swarming your friends.
Yes. Here.
Alrighty.
Fire on.
Excuse me.
Back, you clothed
No.
maniac.
He certainly gets back. He takes a step back, looking in confusion at the arrow that just appeared in his chest. Falls to the ground.
I'm gonna sheath my scimitar. Move up. Oh, what's going on there?
Sorry, I just re-squared it.
Oh, that's a bit odd. And then I'll do Thorn Whip at the closest one.
Alright. Number 23. Or which one? The one that's next to Rolthus or the one that's next to Fender?
Ah, no, Rolfus. He's got
Okay,
the
cool.
one in the...
Yeah. Alright, you hit.
Nice. Be dead.
Oh, only 1 point. But he is dragged towards you.
He's there. I was just showing him my skill.
Did you want to drag him or do you want to leave him where he was? Drag him?
Oh yeah, I hit my
Yep,
dragon.
cool,
Yeah,
yep.
I'll drag him.
Alright.
To me or any...
It's up to 10 feet towards you, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just pull him to me and I can't redraw my scimitar yet. I'll do that next round.
Okay. Alright. Ethan. Your turn, buddy.
Are messing with the minds of our.
You cutting out on teams?
Yeah,
Right.
you cut out a little bit. Didn't catch that.
He's actually cutting out a lot.
Are you there?
Oh dear.
Alright, that's right. We'll come back to his turn. Okay. The cultists at the back. This one moves up. This one comes into this point. He dashes. And it is Fender's turn.
Ah, yes. You've come to feel justice.
Come to kill you. He spits in common.
Ha!
Ooh. He takes a full whack from your warhammer. Looks winded. Seems like something in his chest cracked. But he doesn't go down. He stays up.
I then look and eyeball the poultice number 18. You're next, buddy.
Alright. The winged kobold at the back. He flies over the top of you, and as he does, he drops a rock, on your head from above.
Yeah, rude.
Bugger.
And the rock just poof, bounces off the edge of the house next to you and falls harmlessly behind you. Doesn't do anything. And he'll use the rest of his movement to head off up there. The cultist here. This one turns his attention to this person that dragged him over with a whip and deals 7 points of damage. This cultist moves up next to Rolthus and he makes his attack. Missing, unable to get past your defenses, and it's Rolthus' turn.
Okay, well, I don't like people attacking me, so look, get out of my face and cop that.
Oh. He cops it. He takes it.
Fancy blow.
Oh dear. All right. Any other actions? You want to do any movement for your turn? You're done.
No, I can't move anywhere. I'll get attacked.
All right. Kazarok rocks back and forth on his hiney. The group's morale is beginning to break as two of your people fail to keep their minds in the game. Yeah, exactly. Cultist number 6 seizes the opportunity to attack Rolfus. Oh shit! Sorry, I rolled damage there. I shouldn't have done that. You resisted it anyway. Okay. Cultist 18 goes to Fender. Attacks once, misses, and it's Gahariel's turn.
Yeah, I'm trying something a little different here. If I want to target, click on the little target thing, and do I click on the icon or do I click on the combat tracker?
The easiest way to do it is control clicking. You just hold control and click your target. You can click either on the combat tracker or on the map, as long as it's been
There we go. All
done
right,
correctly.
find it.
Yep.
Okay. So targeting the wing cobalt there.
Yep. You can also drag the attack onto the token, and it'll do it as well. Like you can drag the longbow attack and then drag the damage onto the creature, and it'll roll to them as well. Oh, goes down. Took the winged kobold just as he was getting ready to pick up another rock.
Down to here.
Alrighty. Okay, Delman, your turn.
Split the one directly in front of me.
Number 13. Go for it.
Try and eviscerate it.
Ah, beautiful.
Die horribly.
And he goes down. There goes Jack in chat there. Everything had to reboot, but TS isn't connecting. That's no good.
Gutterman winds some entrails around and shot to his friend.
The other cultist shrieks in horror as you gut his friend.
And that's it for me, I think.
Recoils away.
Nothing more I can do.
Okay, Ethan. You can. He can do his turn if he wants to. Yeah, it's a shame he can't reconnect. Bit of a pain.
Teething problems.
Yeah.
Is he connected to F2?
Yeah, he's typing in chat saying that Fantasy Grounds isn't connected. So I'll just do.
Is I can't see that.
You can see his character Ethan up in the top. That means that he's connected.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
there he
can't
is.
see his chat.
He's coming.
User joined your channel.
Above Delman's scimitar attack on my screen.
Okay, sorry guys.
That's alright.
Well,
Oh,
Welcome back. You're just in time to do your turn if you like.
Okay, let me see. Am I with you guys?
You should be.
Yep, you're just behind me. Fender.
Okay, and I will run to Cultist 18 then.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and pop my rage.
Alright.
I'm raging now because of that damn connection.
You can go ahead and make 2 attacks as well, because you missed 3 turns. Did nothing, so go ahead and make another attack.
Okay.
Oh, you missed 2 turns, I took 1 for you. Alright.
Nice.
hitting, sir.
Beautiful.
Exactly that.
You rage as hard as you can, but it's still not enough to... oh, actually, you should have had an extra 2 damage on each of those attack for raging.
Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So that's 4 more points of damage, and that cultist goes down.
Alright. And I guess I will end my turn then.
Alright, fantastic. It is now Ethan, who's still not back, by the looks. Still not able to talk, at least. So we're going to Fender.
Alright. I step forward to there.
Alright, placing yourself strategically between the cultists.
Swing thy great hammer against cultist 23.
Alright.
Take that.
And cultist 23 goes down with a single blow from your warhammer.
Turn. Oh, actually, I can move another 10 feet, can't I?
Yes.
Are we using flanking advantage attacks?
No, I don't use flanking rules.
Okay.
It'll make him scared, though.
Alright. Cultist 30. He takes the disengage action and attempts to run away. He runs. And it is Rolthus's turn.
Okay, well, I can't attack him. Pity about not getting flanking, so let's see if I can whack him. And not.
And a miss.
Alright, so what's that? I can move across to there. That'll do for my move.
Yep. Okay. Kezarok, your turn.
Alright, I guess I'll dash after this guy.
Okay.
And I don't think I have any more moves, so I will pass my turn.
Okay. This cultist also takes a disengage action, and he runs this way. Every man for himself, he shouts. Gahariel's turn.
Right, so
Can I get an attack opportunity on that?
On which one?
The one that just run between the building and Delmont.
He
Oh
didn't-
no, he took disengage, so
Oh,
he doesn't provoke opportunity. Yeah.
Didn't he run through my square?
Yeah, but he took the disengage action, so you don't provoke any opportunity attacks if you're disengaging on your turn.
Oh, I thought it was just where he disengaged.
Don't think so. I think it's you don't provoke opportunities on any movement. Yeah. Okay.
okay, Gahariel wants to move first, 15. Target the
Okay. Sorry, I'll move that up. There you go.
Okay, well, I'll sheath my scimitar again and do thorns. I'll actually move forward as well. Actually, no, I'll do that after I react or not. I'm the one running up top. Damn.
And
Okay,
it.
and then I'll
lucky.
so I can cut them off.
Alrighty. Do you dash up there? Oh no, that's your movement. That's right. You have mobile. Yep. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. Ethan is still not back. Ethan's now taken over by the the wobblies and sits down and begins rocking back and forth. As it's Fender's turn.
Okay, Rolfus, my brother, you take on that cultist next to Kozara. I'll go for the other one.
Done. I'll finish him off.
A dwarf agreement is made.
Clan
I
agreement.
then let loose. Hey, Lord, smite this fiend.
He failed to save. Roll damage.
Oh,
He smites him, but only a little bit.
Oh!
Mhm.
Next time.
Hello, Spites like a little girl.
Slight.
Slight tonight.
That coldest over there.
Someone doesn't want healing, I can hear that.
Okay, Cultist 30, seeing you give chase, Kazarak, turns, slashes at you with his scimitar, dealing 5 points of damage, and he's going to move away, provoking an attack of opportunity.
User in your channel
Was
timed out.
was that one resisted? Or no?
No, so take
User
those
entered your
3
channel.
points off.
Thank you. And I will do my attack.
Alright. And you managed to hit,
Rah, don't run from me.
and deal 4 points of damage. Slashing at him, but not stopping him from getting away. You need Sentinel, that's what you need.
I know.
Alright, Rolfus, your turn.
Have to break me agreement. I have to fire an arrow. Can't chase him down. It's too far away.
Too fast for your short, stubby dwarven legs.
Yeah. So take an arrow in your back. Or a crossbow bolt.
ooh.
Ooh,
nice.
it's enough. You set up the shot and take him down mid-stride. His body flies forwards another 5 feet and rests.
Nice shot.
Okay. I'll move over there.
Alrighty.
The dwarf's not too bad with a bolt either.
Okay. Kazarak.
Alright, I guess I'll dash. I can't quite get into 30. And can I fire a javelin from there?
You should be able to.
Fire a javelin.
Yeah, it's within 30. And it hits.
No more running. Oh, I guess I won't be running.
Javelin catches him right in the thigh. He starts stumbling. Slows down. Cries out in pain.
Oh, I forgot +2. Oh, it wasn't +2. No, wait.
No, it's melee. It's
+2
melee.
range. Oh,
Melee
that's
is the
right.
only one that gives you the rage, yep. So he stumbles forwards another 15 feet, crumbles to his knees, shouts up into the sky. Ah! And combat, you have won this combat. You can deal with him as you will. He has a single hit point left, so he's not going anywhere. Alright.
I guess I will go up to him and retrieve my javelin from him.
Pulling it out of his thigh. Whilst he's still alive.
The keep still open?
You look up to the keep and you can see that they are wide open right this second, though you can see a few people moving around and they seem to be preparing to shut them.
I suggest we take off these cultist uniforms and run in.
Sounds good.
This is a good plan.
Shall we
Okay.
bring this guy man as prisoner?
Yeah, drag that
Yep.
guy with us.
Okay. So you guys all pull off these ill-fitting cultist robes, chuck him to the ground and drag this cultist up to the gate. And as you get close, you hear shouting down, "Hey, who goes there? Who do you think you are?"
We're
shout
friends. We
back.
just rescued the civilians that came in about a minute and a half ago.
He says, Ah,
User in your
I
channel
don't
timed
recognize your faces. And then you hear shouting from down below, the familiar voice of
out. User
the
entered your
the
channel.
lady you saved. No, they saved me and my children. It, it's certainly them. They tell the truth. And you see the guards up the top with the crossbows. All right, come in quick. Be fast. We'll be shutting the gates in a moment. And then he sees the cultist that you're dragging with. Ah, the governor will want to see him. And
No doubt.
they usher you inside. All right. So,
I'd like to take a short rest.
yep. As you guys get inside and the doors shut, uh, you can take a short rest. You start tending to your wounds. You can roll any hit dice you'd like to, and I will award. Everyone gets 150 EXP. Actually, you should have one extra encounter. Sorry, I didn't put in that last one there. It was this one. So everyone has 204 XP. You saved how many villages?
Can I borrow some XP so I can go up a level? Get her on tick.
Just trying to see. You guys might have enough to level actually.
It's 300. Isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, but you've got some XP coming from saving some NPCs, and
I go and save them again.
Maybe a little bit for a prisoner.
I'm sure she's getting harassed by the guards. She was pretty looking.
so and a fighter too. So
And she's not single.
4 of them. That's 200.
Oh, too soon.
And you saved a prisoner, which is very good. So close.
Oh,
So close.
can you open the door? I just need to nip out. Those kobolds.
Just
These
kill a
guys
couple
look like
more.
foxes in the bush. We'll go and butcher her.
If we kill these last 2 cultists, will that make us?
Yeah.
There you go.
They don't need
321 XP with all encounters done in. Alright. You're such brave adventurers. Well done. Okay. So you're all level 2. And as you're taking your rest and tending to your wounds and leveling up, you see there's a bit of a hustle and bustle. The guards are all moving around, very busy, and the cultist is quickly dragged from your arms and taken to a small tent off to the side. The guards inform you that he'll be worked over to get any information for the governor. One of the guards suggests that you might talk to Governor Nighthill yourself. Perhaps any information you can give him can go a long way.
Certainly trying to be helpful.
How do we actually level to 2? I'm clicking on level and it's not changing.
So if
Just
you...
go and... Sorry.
That's right. You can click on the library button on the right hand side and click on the modules of the window that opens there. And if you go ahead and open the PHB Deluxe, you just drag the class onto your character sheet and it'll give you another level in that class. It'll load all of the abilities and whatnot. I'm not sure how the Gahariel one has been done before, so it might, because that's the Unearthed Arcana one,
Right.
it might give you a level in the Standard Ranger instead. I don't know if you have the Unearthed Arcana PDF, if you can track
I
that
do.
or not. You do?
Yeah.
Cool. Just
Yeah.
track any extras you get in.
You guys still there?
Yep.
Hmm.
I think it was just
Yeah.
doing their levels.
Thought I almost disconnected again.
No, we're all here.
Cool. It just went quiet, and I couldn't figure out whether I just disconnected or whether you guys were doing stuff.
Hence concentration.
It's leveling.
Yeah, leveling. We need to concentrate.
Yeah, I was just reading my stuff, my new stuff.
And I was surprised there was not more druid stuff to deal with.
Yeah, I think level 3 you get your circles, don't you? Or is it level 2?
Level 2, but there's
Oh,
more
nice.
circles than I'm used to.
That might
What sort of
be...
druid? Are you a land druid or
When moon.
Right.
User in your channel timed out.
There's a number of other ones which I presume from Unearthed Arcana, are they?
No, there's some homebrew modules in there that might be showing up
Right.
for you, just because you're in my library. Alright, so I'm not sure what you guys want to do. We've got about 20 more minutes left of this session. So, another encounter, eh? We've probably got enough time for one more encounter. If we quickly skip ahead through a bit of the RP. It just so happens that the dragon is going to make a final assault on the keep. As you're all licking your wounds and getting yourself ready, there's a roar and a shout down from the battlements as some of the guards call down, "He's coming back!" And there's a blast, and the whole air around you seems to electrify for a moment as this lightning bolt arcs through the air, smashes into the side of the keep, and you hear everyone ducking for cover, and a few people that are too close to where it hits, you see them go solid for a second and then fall down, completely electrocuted by this blast. There's shouts of alarm around you, and you hear people, "Quick, get to the battlements! Defend us!" And a few people start shoving you towards the stairs as all of the other guards continue to run up to the battlements and arm themselves on these ballista that are up in the corners.
Volunteering.
Gonna give it a shot.
Fender will find a way up to the battlements.
Okay, there's easily some stairs to climb up. You can find your way just here. As you get to the top of the stairs, you can see flying in low across the ground, you see the blue dragon once again. He roars once, sails over the roofs of the houses up ahead, and starts heading towards the keep once more. Okay, does anyone else head up to the battlements as well?
Yes.
Yep.
I
I'll
think
get
so.
up there
Alrighty.
with trepidation.
Yes, exactly.
There is a ballista in this corner. There's a ballista in this corner. And there's a ballista in this corner.
Oh, you were on those.
Kazarak heads straight to one of them.
Yeah, when I get to it, I'll try and get to that one.
Fantastic. Alright. Daman and Gahariel head to the other. Rolfus head to there. As you guys get to the top and see this dragon once again so close and face to face, everyone roll me a wisdom save, please.
Alrighty.
Unlikely. Ooh.
Ooh, another natty 20.
Oh,
Hey,
20s.
I'm not scared of this dragon. It's only anything.
I missed.
Rolled an insight, but it's a natural 20, so I'm gonna give that to you anyway.
I'm
Alright.
trying to find the saves thing.
On your main page, on the right hand side, you just double click any of those. Double click the wisdom one. That's right.
Yeah, I just caught that.
User entered your channel.
Found it yet?
Yeah, I've got 9.
All right. Sorry. That's right. Ethan's not here. That's the one who's missing. Okay. So anyone who did not roll above a 16, which is one person, two person, Kazarak and
2.
Kazarok, sorry, and Fender.
Wet
Both of you are fearful of
Yes,
this dragon.
fury.
Yep.
Above 16 or 16
sorry.
and above?
17 or above. Sorry, not 16. So if you were 16 or
okay.
below. So all three of you, Rolthus as well, you are frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. And on a success, you're sweet. Whilst you are frightened, you cannot willingly move towards the creature, and any attack made against it is at disadvantage. And you are fearful of Lenathan the Blue Dragon right now. Now go ahead and roll initiative. There's also about 30 guards up along these walls with you, so they will be throwing arrows and crossbows at it. So don't worry, you're not alone. Quite a few of the guards are also terrified. Okay. So we start with Fender.
Right. I will get out my crossbow and shoot at it.
Alright. Make sure you click the disadvantage button for this attack roll as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. So your sights are quivering, hands are shaking, and you fire and the bolt shoots off wide, landing in amongst the houses. Hopefully there's no villagers still out there. It's only cultists.
It was the wind, I tell you, it was the wind.
Alright, Kazarok, your turn. You also are frightened. Oh, make another wisdom saving throw, the offender.
Okay.
Right.
Ooh.
Alright, Fender, you're still frightened. Kazarok, that'll be at the end of your turn, but I'll give you that natural 20. But you're still frightened for this turn. It's supposed to be rolled at the end, not the start, sorry. So, what are you going to do this turn? Are you going to make an attack?
Yeah, am I using the ballista or am I just using a...
You can use the ballista, but you're currently still frightened for this turn, so it might pay to wait until next turn when you're not going to be attacking with a disadvantage to use the ballista.
Okay, so can I reach him with a javelin?
How far away is he? 55. I think at disadvantage you can reach up to 60.
Okay,
right?
I'll try to hit him with the javelin then.
Alright. Oh, it's up to 120. So yeah, you're already attacking with disadvantage, so go for it. That was a natural 22. That's gutting. So the javelin also falls short of its mark and lands in the grass just past the castle walls. It's going to be hard to recover now. Okay, Rolthus, your turn. And you are no longer frightened, Kazaruk, next turn.
So how do I roll an attack with using the ballista, even with disadvantage? Do I just roll a normal d20 with disadvantage? What's the modifier?
Go ahead and roll a normal d20 with your dexterity modifier.
Okay.
Unless you're proficient in ballista, you won't get your proficiency bonus though.
I don't think I am. No. +1.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay. So disadvantage. No.
No, 6 is not going to do it. You point the ballista at this dragon. That is not the right token. There we go. At this dragon, and there's a huge ka-chunk as it fires a huge spike through the air. The dragon easily dodges out of the way, and this ballista just smashes through one of the roofs of the houses behind and out into the street on the other side. It's a serious bit of damage there, but unfortunately didn't manage to hit the dragon.
It was a misfire, Mr. Dragon. I wasn't aiming at you. Do I roll a wisdom check or
Yes.
be
Yep.
frightened?
Yep. If that's the end of your turn, you can roll that wisdom save now.
Yep.
Oh, still not quite.
Still not quite there.
All right. Gahariel, your turn.
Okay, out of instinct, I ran towards Ballista, but I'm looking at Dalman thinking, okay, I'll let him fire that. I'll just use my bow.
Okay.
Targeted dragon. Strike. Oh, yes, I hit a dragon.
Right.
Wow.
I move away from him.
Deal 8 points of damage.
Very surprised.
There's a light
Any
thunk.
weapons up on the battlements, like javelins or...
There's a number of spears leaned up against the wall that you could throw like javelins. You can
Yep.
chuck them if you like. Treat them as
I've
javelins.
got proficiency with spears as well.
Oh, nice.
Don't have to put it into the actual thing. Do you want to move on to somebody else while I find the thing for it?
Okay, I'll move on to the dragon.
Then again,
The dragon swoops around to this side. He lifts himself up and looks down this battlement here. And he opens up his mouth, and you see a bit of lightning building up in his throat there. And he breathes out a... Alright, go ahead and make your attack just as he's getting ready.
spear at the throat.
Oh no.
Feel depressed.
So many ones today. What is going on? This is ridiculous. Alright, so your spear goes short and the dragon breathes out his own spear. 90-foot line of lightning shoots out from his mouth. 5 guards immediately are incinerated. They just don't get out of the way in time. Hariel, Dalman, and Fender. Each of you are going to have to make a dexterity save. I think it'll automatically roll those for you. Yep. And then roll damage.
No.
And he instantly evaporates Dalman. Knocks down Fender and knocks down Gahariel. And with a and with a roar, he flies off to this side, and it is now Ethan's turn.
Well, is Ethan still disconnected?
Yes. He sits down in the bottom of the keep, not helping anyone. Fender, go ahead and make a death saving throw for me. Please roll a natural 20. Nothing else is okay.
User in your channel timed out.
That's not a 20.
Nah.
User entered your channel.
Oh dear.
I'm not scared anymore.
Yeah, you aren't frightened actually. You're dead. Kazaruk, your turn.
How shall I use a ballista?
Just make a D20, but make a dex check basically. D20 plus your dex modifier.
Okay.
The ballista thunk, fires straight forwards and hits the battlement 2 foot in front of it, and splinters the charge, not having any effect on the dragon because it didn't go past the wall. All right.
Oh, sorry guys.
It's at this point that the remaining guards make their attacks. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So 5 times 4, 48 damage.
The dragon.
Yep.
Not bad.
A volley of arrows and crossbow bolts shoot out from along the battlements. It would have been more if the guards hadn't been evaporated along with half of your team. And one of the guards steps up and he offers both Fender and Gahariel a healer's kit. So each of you get 1 hit point with your stabilization, because he's got the feat, because he's a hero. And another one steps up and shouts, "Try to revive the dwarf!" To Dalman. Sorry, not the dwarf, sorry. To Dalman. Yeah. Try to revive the human. And you see the guard turn and get his attention towards you. So next round he'll probably be able to do that. Gahariel, you're up with 1 hit point. That close.
I didn't even
Oh, sorry.
realize. I thought it was done.
Sorry,
Here we
I
go.
just skipped right past you.
Probably at this stage, if this was a real game, and I was hoping that Rolfus would live for a little while, I would probably either run away or try to talk to the dragon. But
But knowing it's your final encounter.
that's fine. Even though I'm frightened, I'm fearless. So I'm going to attack him with disadvantage +1 with the ballista. I assume I can fire the ballista again this round, can I?
Yes, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
There's enough guards there helping load it for you. They're fireable every round. Oh, man, you weren't going to hit either way. The ballista misfires. The charge sits in there.
Going over there.
Okay. The guards tell you to get away, and it's probably for the best that you don't touch this machine anymore.
I just thought it was like a big crossbow.
Oh god. Alright, here we go. Kazaruk, you're no longer frightened of this beast. Your crossbow has been reloaded as well.
Alright, I guess I'll try to hit.
Hey.
Oh, yep, okay.
Very good.
I'm safe.
Excellent. I'll remove that frightened. Okay.
Ooh,
8. No, not going to be enough.
no.
It makes it past the battlements this time, but hits a field beneath the dragon rather than the dragon.
I'll get better, guys, I promise.
It's a minor improvement. Gahariel, your turn.
Gahariel standing there with hair standing on top of his head and singed clothes. Knocks his bow back one more time. Aims to try to hit true. Fires.
Ooh,
Hits
there you
again.
go. Ooh.
Come on.
I
Roll damage.
to tell the tale. I will tell of hitting a dragon twice before dying.
Your arrow flies straight at the dragon and connects with it right under one of its wings. It lets out a shriek and a roar, and then its booming voice, in common for all of you to understand. "This is not my fight, Frulim." And he lets out a blast of lightning again, not at the castle, but at this little area here. And in the light of this blast, you see a number of cultists. You recognize them by their robes, lit up momentarily. About 10-15 of them that are watching this battle. And he lets out a short blast of energy towards them. One of them turns momentarily glowing skeleton, the little Acme electrocution, and then drops dead to the ground, and then the dragon flies that way. Delman,
So he killed his own cultists. Huh?
your turn.
Really?
Yeah, you did, mate.
Lie here.
you lie there super dead. The dragon, that was his turn. His breath does not recharge again, thankfully. Ethan is still doing nothing, but he encourages the priest to resurrect Dalman. It's Fender's turn.
User entered your
Alrighty then.
channel.
Wait, what?
Fender's turn.
No, I'm looking for. There he is. I'll move over to. I'll kill him.
All right. It has no effect. He is dead.
He's dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim.
I tried to look less dead, so
Your bowels relax and you let out a fart.
Oh,
It seems somewhat lively, but actually it's just indicative of death.
That's just off.
still
Alright.
it's good berries I had.
Alright, Rolthus. No longer frightened, just as well because the dragon's left, so that's good.
It's flying away, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh,
I'm so scared of the dragon.
someone else is. No, it's fine, mate. It happens.
So it's flying off.
Yep.
Can I get into this tower from where I am?
Yeah, there'll be a door on each side you can climb into.
So if I'll try and get up to the roof of the tower.
Okay, do you spend your movement getting up to where the stairs come out? So you get up to there.
All right, and just try and spy what's going on in the town and with the dragon, the cultists, and all the rest of it. Whatever I can see from up there.
All right. So from your viewpoint, you don't need to make a roll, but you can see the group of people that the dragon just spat a big wad of lightning loogie at. They're beginning to move away from the area. You see down here to the southeast a church-like building that has a large number of what seems to be kobolds built up around the front, trying to smash down the doors, but unable to break it down. And you see a group of them begin to gather wood and hay and other flammable materials in an attempt to burn down the door. You see down to this side, you see looks to be the town's mill grain storage area with about 5 or 6 fires burning strong. You see looks to be quite a bit of food burning away. Looks like it's going to be leaving the town without much food for the winter. And into this part of town, you can see a huge number of villagers still being dragged out into the street, hacked down and killed by kobolds and cultists in the road. There's still a little bit of fighting going on, but it's kind of token resistance at this point. And right up to this point, you can see it looks like there's a number of villagers and guards that have holed up and managing to hold back a few of the cultists and kobolds. There's probably 30 or 40 holed up in that area up there. And over here, not moving you, over here, the dragon is flying away.
Mm.
master of all that you survey.
Yeah, well, not so much. So I guess we'd need to once we've sort of regrouped, we need to make a decision about where we go from here. I would say trying to get those people out of that building that the kobolds are trying to burn into would be a good start. But there's other ones as well that have good reasons to do them first too.
Mm.
I concur with that, yes.
But unfortunately, that's the end of our session. There, they've reached the time. I need to go to sleep. Thank you all for coming. I had a good time. Didn't get through it as fast as I'd hoped. I think it's been a while since I've done this campaign, so I misremembered exactly how long it took to do the first chapter. So thanks everyone who's watching on Twitch. Thanks everyone who you guys all turned up. We had 6 people for the most part of tonight, which is great. It's pretty good, and definitely I can see why people suggest to use 10 slots of recruitment rather than recruit for how many you want to fill. For those of you who are watching,
Yeah, thank
there's more games
Yeah,
for
thanks for
FGCon.
that.
No worries, guys. I had a great time.
That's great.
Good fun,
Uh,
Pete. Thanks, Dan. Well done.
Yeah,
No
Dan, you're a
worries.
great DM. Thank you very much.
Thanks. I'm glad you guys had a good time. And I don't know if any of you are in any of my games later on through the week, but if you are, I'll see you then. If not, I might see you around as a player.
Yeah,
Alright.
no
Will
problem.
do.
Cheers.